Okay, I gotta show you. Baby killdeer already. They've already hatched the baby killdeer. Now I'm not gonna, he's pretty excited here. Where's your buddies? You go that way. I'm going to run you over. Oh, there's Mama. She's not liking me too much. Oh, new experiences, learning again. Can't plant because they're still digging, and we had to switch over to a few acres of beans. And now, I'm gonna try to learn how to run this new trailer. Where's the start switch? Start switch? Where is it? Turn it on. Got that figured out. Where's the go-go juice lever? There? How far? How fast? Wide open. Don't even let it warm up, huh? I'm gonna let it warm up. Right there. Is that warmed up enough? We had it running at home for a little bit. You guys. Yeah, I'm the rookie. Well, that's too fast. That's also wide open. I suppose. So what do you got here? I want to look in there. Can I look in there? Stick your fingers in that. This thing is a beast as far as speed for unloading. So have you told them? Yeah, we've told them that it's 3 bends, so that this fall we can do some variable rate stuff with it. You gotta pay attention though, because it comes up and once you see a pile you gotta run to the
How do you shut the gate? Show me how to shut the gates here.
We're on bend 2. Bend number 1's empty. Bend 2 and 3 I'm draining the...
So bend 1 is the front one?
Yeah.
Bend 1 is the front.
Remember that.
How do you know you're empty?
Oh, he put them down.
So how far open do you open it?
So wide open.
Wide open? Still not. Slow it down. Not wide open. Never go wide open.
The back gate is bigger than the front one, so maybe not wide open on the back gate.
We're all learning.
Yeah, we are, especially this crew.
Yeah. Oh, I see it.
He's full already.
So this is not empty?
No, you gotta wait now.
Now I gotta wait?
Yep.
Okay. So now I do what all tender boys do. Sit and wait. Sit and watch sun go down is what I'm gonna do. Because it's getting late. At least I got a view. So tomorrow morning, we'll maybe have to wait. Won't be able to get up too early and get going. Well, I shouldn't say we won't get up early, but we won't get out here very early with the diggers because it's literally so wet that it takes a couple hours for the sun to warm up or just get rid of the overnight moisture, because the moisture is coming up And in the mornings, you will have really big feet when you walk around out here. But right now it's dried off nice. And you just go down half an inch underneath there and good old gumbo. Nothing but mud, literally mud chunks. So that's all the better it'll ever get out in this type of soil. It is just heavy, and that is what it is. You can see that it's barely dry enough. Whenever we get cracks in the ground in heavy soil like that, when they widen out to be maybe a 1/4 inch wide, it's go time, because you will never, it'd be July 4th before this stuff would dry out, and then when it does dry out, it gets like concrete. So you would, trust me, this is how you do it. I think I should drive that. That's too much fun. I used to drive it when we had bought our first one, I say, or trying to say. I think it was an 1802, I believe is the number. That actually had a manual stick shift in it, grabbing gears, just like a truck. It's just like driving a truck. Now this one's all automatic. Put her in a gear and put your foot into it. Okay, I'm gonna go shut the little pony motor off, which I forgot I left on. Walking. Yeah, those are my brunts. So as of now, I don't know if Chet has gave you any updates on how we are progressing with the planting, but we are maybe about 60-65% planted on corn and just started soybeans today. And if you'd have told me that back when we were in February, I just can't believe how the days can slip away, and time is just ticking by, but it's the way it is. Nothing we can do about it. Oh, yeah, so give us another, if we could get four good days of corn, we could maybe wrap it up on that, but it's gonna be a slow go to let this here excess moisture dissipate. Well, I'm gonna get out of the way. Brakes fail, hair boom off of new fertilizer trailer. It's almost like he's done it before. Okay. See how good I am? I remembered how to do that. Then I think you turn this on. Other way. Whoa, I should have throttled it up first. Always throttle your machine up before you start your conveyors, evidently. Well, I'm sure you get the idea. You don't need to sit and watch that all night long. Okay, back home to get the old seed tender, fertilizer tender, and empty that one off, and we'll have 2 empty tenders to go to town tomorrow. Good morning, if that's what you want to call it. It is a good morning. Nice temperature, sunshine, not hardly any wind. So the lake flies, or what I call the lake flies, if you get outside, they crawl down your neck and squish all over. Yeah, that's my good morning lollipop. Not really lollipop, sucker. Whatever. We're gonna quit. We're quitting. It is, we dug the field yesterday, and we had a surprise little 10th of rain last night, and we have been struggling on the first, 15 acres. It's sticking on the planter because our row cleaners, we got to raise the row cleaners. I got them all the way in the air, as you can see. That's why it's red. Got 99.7 singulation. That's pretty good. Everything else, yeah, it's, well, learning the new planter, new tractor, different tractor, new tractor, that's newer tractor. Everything else has been going pretty good so far, except for the moistness of the soil. And I think I've complained about that a few times already, but it sounds like it's going to get even worse next week. So we're going to have to keep going, but we're going to quit for a couple hours. Hopefully the sun will burn off this excess moisture, and we will give it heck. I suppose we'll have to plant all night long again, or some crazy deal like that, but we're going to quit because the next field that they dug this morning is going to have to lay at least 5 hours. Be better to lay longer, but like I say, we got to keep going. And that is the update as of now. Do I like the tractor? Yeah, I like the tractor. I don't like the price tag, but I like the tractor. So we'll have to see what kind of arm twisting we can do, because it is a lease tractor, and well, I'm sure they thought, well, we'll get them. We're gonna get them guys. Hook, line, and sinker, I bet. Well, I can feel the lure is in my mouth. Now we just have to decide if we're gonna spit it out or bite on hard. Right now it's tempting, very tempting, but time will tell. We'll see. That's all I'll say right now, but we're gonna go back to the farm when I get to the headland here. Well, you missed quite a day again. If I could only bring myself to bring you guys with to go through the absolute, when it goes good, it's great. And when it's bad, it's so bad that you question everything, that every choice about life you question. Why am I doing this? There's got to be an easier way. Long story short, this morning we ended up having to unbolt every single row cleaner, raising them to the highest hole that they have to try to keep them from bringing up moisture. By the time we got that done, it had dried off a little bit more, but we still had issues with the kernel, closing the V, and all of that. I gotta turn around, hang on. Okay, where was I? Yes, still had trouble with the open V, so I had lessened up the downforce on each row unit and went from 180 all the way down to 100. So then we were having trouble with the open V, so I put more down pressure on the closing. No, that's not the closing. The closing wheels. Why aren't they? Why is that red? Hello? Why are you red? We're gonna retry it. There. Don't you do that again there, mister. Wonder how long that's been that way. Well, anyway, I was going from all different numbers. We've been all the way from 1 in the real fluffy ground, all the way up to, well, I tried 4. Let's just say you don't want to go to 4. I had so much down pressure on the closing wheels that it actually squeezed the seat within a 1/4 inch of the top of the ground. Good thing we checked that, because that would have been a pretty sad, oh, it was closing the V all right. And these guys here, you know, we'll just shut them off and then we'll forget to turn that on. So it was closing the trench so aggressively that it was squeezing the seat back up. So we had to go back down to 2.5, which seemed to be okay. We are running one closing wheel, a spike, and the other one is a solid cast iron. And I know a bunch of you guys are gonna say, oh, you gotta do 2 spikes. Yeah, we tried that last year. That does not work in our ground for whatever reason. That was so aggressive that it actually was rooster tailing the seed right out of the trench, and we made it, I think, 1 day or not even a day. Took them off and went to this here setup, which I don't know what else to do. So that's the check-in at 5 o'clock. Oh no, it's 7 o'clock. Check-in at 7 o'clock. How's it going? And I'm gonna maybe check in one more time with you tonight before it gets dark, but I've had better days. And yes, I need my windows cleaned. I've seen it before, and I'm going for a staple. I bet it's a staple. But it is a treasure. Wow, now, how fogged up is this gonna be? Oh, that's loud. Okay, that was unusual. Usually that opens up the front of the openers a little bit and packs everything in there. It's an old U-bolt. Somebody else had a bad day when that broke. I just found their bad day kind of on my bad day. Oh boy, you know, I hate to say it, but the air conditioner in there is nothing. It's nothing to brag about. I don't know. Might have to tint them. Tint the windows, Chet. You gotta tint the windows. How's it going? Better. It's better to be back in Swift County? Yes. Yeah. The ground is... I should just lay down and hug it. This was very wet, but we sulfured it, dried out the wet spots, and then dug it the next day, and look at it's soil. It's dirt. It's real dirt. It's real dirt. Oh yeah. So I've been spending my day with breakdowns, and it wasn't a good day.
No, it's been a struggle. It has been a struggle of a day. It's actually why you're now just seeing me first. Anything that could go wrong was going wrong. Mostly related to horrible ground conditions.
This would be, if every day was like this, I would not be a farmer. No doubt about that. And, well, they know all about it. They've been with me. So.
On the bright side, we finally did get 2 planters going. We've got a little bit of soybeans in, about 150 acres Brody has done, working the kinks out of that thing. And tomorrow, it sounds like the diggers have got a fair amount ahead of us again, which is good, good. Let the fields dry out, get ahead of us, and then we don't struggle so bad. Because Brody's morning started out with plugging his planter up in mud 2 times, I think, in the first 5 minutes of entering the field. But if we end up losing next week, which looks like the weather is pretty bad, we're going to be dealing with mud worse and a worse planting date. So that's why we're pushing it. And we're pushing it. Too hard, too wet. Yeah. But it's going to be wet in 2 weeks after another week of possible rain that they're forecasting. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I guess I can say I know what we're going to do because we're doing it. Mud it in. It's a beautiful evening though.
Should we show them the lights?
Yeah, let's show them the lights. That's really cool. Wow. Does that actually help or not really?
It's so dusty you can't see anyway, but if you're out here, it attracts a lot of the bugs for it, so when you're working on something, they're nice to have on there. Very nice.
For the bugs.
I'm sure the bugs like them too.
But you can't see anything? And then the bugs. but they're nice.
Right, they look nice.
Wow, that it does.
Amy says that the people should buy some hats and apparel.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. So if you guys want a hat, it's like a wild cobra sometimes. You better go, yeah, if you want a hat, you gotta
Go to the link in the description. Mom says.
Mom says, right.
What are you doing? I gotta wash. All right, I'm gonna go back to the farm. Call me when you're waiting.
Okay, I got maybe 40, 50, possibly 60 acres of seed left on me, but there's what, 100 here?
106, I think.
Okay, I'll call you.
104?
About an hour, I'll need seed.
Okay. Alright, I got my next 3 boxes lined up. I'm gonna get the tops off of them. I'm not gonna load them yet. I'm gonna wait till later. I gotta offload a variety onto Dad. Even though it's the same variety, I know how much is on there right now. Well, I should say I don't know how much is on there because the scale locked up and zeroed out for some reason. So I kind of lost where I'm at. So I wanna empty that onto Dad, which I'll be doing shortly. And then I will load the same variety on with my scale zeroed out again so we can track this. But this is for tomorrow's planting. What I just loaded here is also tomorrow for what they got worked up. And what I'll load tonight is for finishing that field. All right, once these 3 boxes are loaded, we've got 2, 4, 6, so that's 750 acres worth of seed left in here. So we're nearing the end, thank goodness. The weather forecast causes me stress. I enjoy doing this, but just, you know, want it in the ground, not to sit around and wait for the rain clouds to dry. How does it feel to be 100% planted for corn?
Feels good.
Yeah? We're just starting my fields now.
Yeah, I was looking at that, the 60 acres you put on Sinister, April 25th.
Yeah, and that corn, I mean, the stuff we planted April, that looks nice. That looks nice. I was concerned about emergence with the rain, but they're all coming up.
Yeah. There was a seed that, no, I didn't have any way to measure it besides my thumb, but it looked like one seed was, I'm gonna say maybe 2, just shy of 2, and one looked like 2 1/4, or a little deeper, and that 2 1/4 was out of the ground first.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I told you I wanted to go deeper this spring.
Yeah. So who knows? That
Sink them in, boys. Sink them in. My telt is blowing away right over me. That's nice. Whoa. Evenly distributed, and I can load that up. I think I'm going to do it in the morning. I'm sure you can't see me at all, but that was an awesome sight. I like those lights on that planter. It looks sweet. All right, back to the farm. I think that's gonna be it for today. think he's got about 50 acres here, so less than an hour of planting, and it's time to call it. There'll be no more dry ground till maybe 9 in the morning tomorrow, so hopefully then this wind, I'm excited about this wind. I think that's gonna keep the early start going, a chance of it. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.